Hi, I'm Judy. Welcome to Go with Yin Yoga and your Yin Yoga practice to open to inspiration. It's kind of the other side of grief, which is the emotion that is associated with the metal element. Metal element is associated with fall, and I kind of get that. I'm a little sad. This is probably the last video I'm going to be able to film for you outside. So go ahead and grab a lot of props, even though you can probably do this practice without props. Then come to an easy seated position. I suggest sitting up on a bolster or a block, something to raise your hips and make it comfortable for you. We will be sitting to begin with for a while. Begin to take your attention to your breath. Beginning to take that breath in and out through your nose. Maybe take a few sighs to begin with. So inhale deeply through your nose, and then just sigh it out through your mouth, letting it go. And one more time. Inhale deeply. Exhale, let that all go. And then perhaps close your eyes. Begin to bring yourself inward, allowing your thoughts to calm, your breath to calm. Maybe noticing that when your breath is calm, your mind is calm, and vice versa. Just continue breathing. I want to read you a very short snippet of a poem by Donna Martin. In the description box below, I will have a link to the full poem and her website. And it is "Breath is Life's Teacher." And I love that subject. Observe me, says the breath, and learn to live effortlessly in the present moment. Feel me, says the breath, and feel the ebb and flow of life. Allow me, says the breath, and I'll sustain you, filling you with energy and cleansing you of tension and fatigue. This practice is about strengthening your low back and hips, and as I said earlier, opening to inspiration. If you'd like to set your own intention, now is the perfect time. And as we move through this practice, we will be using the affirmation, "I remain calm as my life ebbs and flows," which is really a metaphor for your breath, for life, inspiration. All right. Go ahead and slowly blink the eyes open if they were closed. We're going to begin by pressing an acupressure point. And I've chosen lung 1 for this practice. Lung 1 is about 2 inches from your armpit. So take a finger and bring it below your collarbone. Bring it out to the outer third of your chest or the collarbone. And take it about a thumb's width below and out a little bit. And then just move that finger gently around. See if you can find a particular spot that is very sensitive. And if you can't, that's okay. Just press your finger points in towards the middle of your chest. And just take moderate pressure. Maybe close your eyes. If you'd like to massage the spot, go ahead. And just breathe in and out as you hold lung 1 on one side. So physical benefits, things that lung 1 can help you with: nasal congestion, asthma, coughing. So maybe make tiny little circles there. And then find lung 1 on the second side. So underneath that collarbone and the little hollow under there, just shy of your armpit, a little bit below, finger points towards the middle of your chest, and I feel a spot right there. Actually, I can really feel some sensation where my finger is at the moment. And close your eyes. Maybe just holding and breathing deeply, maybe making little massage circles. So beyond the physical effects of lung 1, there are spiritual effects. This is a wonderful thing about Yin Yoga, about acupressure, acupuncture. And I just also want to remind you, I'm not a TCM practitioner. I'm not a medical doctor of any kind. So other benefits, the spiritual benefits of holding lung 1, is it allows your emotions to arise. Because when we stuff those emotions in and we don't give them space to come out, metal gets contracted. It can also inspire you. It can make you feel as though your life is worth living. Your life is valuable. Okay, go ahead and let go of that. Let's come into our first posture. Take the soles of your feet together. Maybe grab a couple of blocks, put them under your knees. I actually am going to suggest that, and I'm just a little too lazy to go and grab mine right now. But we'll be holding butterfly pose in a variety of ways for a few minutes. To begin with, I'd like you to take your left hand on your right knee and your right arm behind you. It's just a gentle twist while holding butterfly pose. I remain calm as life ebbs and flows. Feel a little tingling in that arm that's holding onto your knee. Just let that arm relax. If that doesn't work, come out of the pose. And maybe just take straight butterfly, or maybe just a little rest and come back into the pose. You may notice I could feel a little tingling, and that's why I'm telling you this. Last couple of breaths here. And slowly begin to unwind and face forward. You can windshield wiper your legs out a little bit. Maybe you want to just move your knees up and down before we move on to the second side. Take your right hand onto your left knee. Take that left hand behind you and a gentle little twist. Can you remain calm, have even breathing, as you're in this pose, as you're in this practice, and as you're in this life. Make sure to let go of any tension you may be holding in your upper back, your shoulders, your arms. Last couple of breaths here. And let that go. If you've been sitting up on something, come on off of your prop. I'm going to take this bolster and I'm putting it towards the back of the long end of my mat. And take your feet to one side, come to seated. And then go ahead and bring your hips right to that prop if you have it. If not, to the long end of your mat. And slowly begin to walk your body down. And begin to take your upper body to the opposite side of your mat. And then one leg also goes to the opposite side. Maybe one leg joins it, maybe it goes on top. And if you have that bolster, bring it right up against your hip. And if it's comfortable for you, go ahead and take your arms up over your head. Try to get your hips pointing towards the sky if you can. And if there's space between a shoulder and the mat or a hip in the mat, you can take a blanket or a block and bring the mat to that part of your body so your muscles can relax. This is Bananasana. I remain calm with the ebbs and flow of life. And perhaps visualize healing white light going down the inside of your arms, down to your thumb, coming back up through your chest, through your lungs, perhaps down to your large intestine. Just tracing the route that your lung meridian takes. Last couple of breaths here. Then go ahead and unwind your legs. Bring the soles of your feet back to the mat. Unwind your upper body. Press into your feet to bring your hips back towards the center, and just pause. Maybe even take your feet out as wide as the mat and let your knees come together. Just a small pause before we move on to the second side. Now you can just come to the long end of the front of your mat. I'm going to roll over gently and swing my arms, or rather legs, around so that you can continue to see me. Again, bringing that hip right up against the prop, slowly coming back down. Upper body begins to move to the opposite side. Oops. Legs begin to move to the opposite side. Maybe that inside leg comes over the outer leg. And again, a little adjusting in your torso, making sure your hips are comfortable, getting that prop against the hip. And then inhale your arms above your head if that is comfortable for you. And notice how in Bananasana you can really breathe deeply. A deep stretch of the side of your body really allows your lungs to really open up. Maybe on this side, visualize all that tension you may be holding in your upper body. It's melting right into the earth. Just like the trees, let their leaves go. The leaves decay, but they nourish the earth. Let your grief flow into the earth and get that inspiration from the earth. Last couple of breaths here. And again, begin to unwind your feet. Bring the soles of your feet to your mat. Bring your torso back towards the center of the mat. Maybe taking your feet out to the sides of your mat and letting those knees come together. Take a couple of breaths here. And then, if you've been using a prop, a bolster against your hip, let that go. Bring your hip to the long edge of your mat in the back. Take your left leg, bring it over your right, and then begin to let your knees fall down towards the mat. And again, anything that's really sticking up, you can always put a prop underneath it. And raise, the arm opposite your knees up over your head, if that's comfortable for you. And you can also just have one leg on top of the other if taking the bind with your legs is uncomfortable for you. Again, if for some reason taking your arm above your head is causing pins and needles, as it was for me, I suggest bringing your arm back down. You may be pinching a nerve. Last couple of breaths here. And once again, slowly begin to bring your knees upright, unravel your legs, bring your torso back into the middle of your mat, and maybe some windshield wipers this time, or the same as the last time, taking the feet out as wide as your mat, letting the knees fall in towards each other. And you move your hips towards the long end of the front of your mat. As it's facing me. Once again, I'm going to swing around so you can see what I'm doing. And coming into your opposite side. Bringing the hip all the way to the back long edge of your mat. Take your right knee and bring it over your left knee. And allow both knees to fall over towards the front of your mat. Maybe, stretching your hand up above your head. Making sure you don't leave it up if you start to feel pins and needles of it. I remain calm with the ebbs and flow of life, and the ebbs and flow of my breath. Again, maybe visualizing that white healing light coming from your chest, going into your armpit, down the inside of your arm, down to your thumb, and then back up. Healing physically, healing emotionally. And last couple of breaths here. And slowly begin to bring your knees to point up towards the ceiling or the heavens. Bringing your torso so it's towards the middle of your mat. And this time, I'm going to suggest bringing your knees in towards your chest. Take a few breaths here. Letting those hip flexors and your low back relax a little. And exhale, let your feet come to your mat. Moving into our final posture, Savasana. So I'm going to sit up. And I'm going to make some suggestions for what you can do to make Savasana very comfortable. If you have a blanket, I'm going to suggest a folded blanket underneath your head and your torso. And a bolster or blocks underneath your knees to allow that low back to relax. And if you have something you can put onto your stomach, another bolster, a pillow, something with some weight would be great. Maybe even just a couple blankets. It's just very soothing. I am going to reread the snippet of Donna Martin's beautiful, beautiful poem. I really highly suggest you read the full version. Breath is life's teacher. Observe me, says the breath, and learn to live effortlessly in the present moment. Feel me, says the breath, and feel the ebb and flow of life. Allow me, says the breath, and I'll sustain you, filling you with energy and cleansing you of tension and fatigue. So the metal element is associated with the lungs and the large intestine. Lungs are, of course, what we breathe with. They take in energy, they let go tension, they take in inspiration, because of course an inhale is inspiring, okay? And if you set an intention at the beginning of this practice, I suggest that you bring your attention back to that now and wait until you hear my voice again, relaxing in Savasana. Invitation to stay in Savasana for as long as feels right to you. If you need to move on with your day, allow your breath to begin to deepen. Feel all the points of your body that is connected to your mat or the earth, from your heels all the way up to the back of your head. Feel supported and safe. Begin to take any little movements that you need. Maybe turning your head from side to side, taking your chin to your chest, gently stretching it upward. Wiggling fingers and toes, perhaps circling wrists and ankles. And on your next inhale, take a very deep inhale and stretch your hands overhead as if you're just waking up from a deep sleep. And gently bring your knees in towards your chest and allow them to fall over to one side. Take a few deep breaths here. I'm suggesting you have your eyes closed if that's comfortable. And with those eyes still closed, begin to walk yourself upright, coming into an easy seated position. Noticing if you feel more openness, more spaciousness through your lungs and your chest, through your spine, your hips. Inhale, bring the palms of your hands together, really pressing into each other, taking the thumbs into your breastbone. Elbows flare out to either side. Take a few deep breaths here. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you be free from pain and suffering. And may you know deep down in your bones that your life has value. Slowly bowing your head over your hands, blinking your eyes open, and hopefully lifting your head with a smile on your face as you allow your hands to fall down to your knees. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found inspiration in this practice. If you did, please go ahead and click the like button so more people can find free yoga and be helped. And if you'd like to practice with me again, go ahead and click subscribe and the bell, and perhaps take a peek underneath in the description box. Go look at Donna Martin's really beautiful poem. Maybe join the private Facebook group, and have a wonderful rest of your day.